And maybe you begin to follow the breath, move up the spine, pulling it into the top of the lungs as you breathe in. Exhaling, following it back down and out through the roots as you breathe out. Gradually beginning to deepen each inhale and lengthen the exhales. Maybe this time as you breathe in, you follow the breath all the way to the top of the lungs, feeling the expansion of the ribs. Maybe you sip in a little more air and pull it into the heart space. Exhale as you release, sending it down and out, emptying the breath completely from the body. Breathing in again, pulling the breath past the lungs into the heart. Not only the front of the heart, but the back of the heart space as well. Maybe you encompass the entire heart with your breath. Exhale, let it go. We'll do that 4 more times, pulling the breath all the way up into the middle of the heart space. Focusing on filling the heart space, front, back, both sides with the breath. Relaxing the shoulders, the eyebrows, and the jaw. Maybe as we pull the breath into the heart, we begin to feel it open a little more, ease a little more tension, feel a little more lighter. Releasing any control of the breath you may be holding on to. Take 3 more regular breaths here. Noticing any difference in sensation you may feel. Any opening, any relaxing. 2 more. And from here, in whatever way is most comfortable for you, make our way onto our knees. So if you have a blanket beside you and you would like to use the blanket folded underneath the knees as a cushion, we'll start with tucking the toes and sending the hips over the heels, coming into a variation of broken toe pose. So this posture, we'll still be slowly breathing here, but as we do so, focus on directing the breath to the bottoms of the feet. Breathing into the arches of the feet here. And if it tends to get too intense as we're still on our knees, stretching a bit, you're welcome to untuck the toes and flatten the feet out. Wherever you are, coming back into stillness, take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Inhale as you lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale as you let the left ear fall to the left shoulder. Pausing here, letting the right side of the neck open. Inhaling as you pick the left hand up, softly draping it over the side of your head. Allowing gravity to use the weight of your hand to open the right side of the neck up a little more. Pull the left shoulder behind you so it's not rolled in. Sending the breath to the places of tension or discomfort, and then to the space in between the muscles, the nerves. Exhale to release the left hand back down by your side as your chin dips down to your chest, full circular rotation, moving slow, breathing deep. Making a full circle, pausing when you get back to the left side. Inhale to pick the head up to neutral. Exhale as the right ear falls to the right shoulder. Same thing on this side. Picking the right hand up, draping it over the head. Exhale to release the hand. Chin dips down to the chest, full circular rotation. Pausing when you get back to the right side. Inhale, picking the head up to neutral. Stay for the exhale. Inhaling again as both hands sweep around the head, palms come together to meet. Taking a slight baby back bend if that feels good. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhaling this time as the arms sweep up and around, and as you exhale, folding over into child's pose. You can let the knees fall slightly wider if that feels better for you. If you need more of a stretch in the hips in this child's pose, let the knees fall wide. If you need more support for the low back, keep the knees in closer together. Taking a moment here. Spread the fingertips out wide so you root down into the mat through the fingertips. And as you inhale, roll the shoulders, rounding the shoulders and the spine as you roll forward onto the hands and knees. As you exhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, shift the hips back as you push back into a child's pose. Inhale, rounding the shoulders, rounding the spine, rolling forward onto the hands and knees. Exhale, belly drops, gaze lifts, pushing back into child's pose. Inhale, rolling forward, breathing into the back of the heart space underneath the shoulder blades while you push the earth away with the hands. Exhale, arching the back, lifting the gaze, breathing into the front of the throat. And continue on with these spinal waves here. About 5 to 7 more rounds in these moving cat-cows. But here I encourage you to find any sort of intuitive movement that feels good to you. Whether it's moving the hips left or right, making circles with the spine. Whatever feels good this morning. And when you're complete, we'll all meet in stillness in child's pose. As the mind benefits from stillness, the body benefits from movement. Slowly starting to find movement in all the crevices this morning to wake everything up, energize it for the day. Inhaling as you walk both fingertips to the top right corner of the mat, breathing into the opening of the left side body. Maybe while we're here, you take this moment to set a mantra or an intention for your practice today. Couple of words, whatever that means to you. Something to use as an anchor along with your breath throughout our practice. Inhale, walking both hands to the top right corner, top left. Breathing into the right side body. 2 full breaths here. Inhale as you come back to center. Keep the forearms planted down on the mat. Keep the fingertips spread out wide. And as you inhale, shift forward onto the forearms. Tuck the toes. Inhale, lift the knees to hover just a couple inches above the mat. Here we're engaging and warming up the core, so feel as if someone suctions your belly button all the way through your stomach to your spine. Round in the shoulders, press the earth away with the forearms. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, straighten the knees and then lower the heels down to the mat for dolphin pose. Taking a moment to pedal the feet here. Shifting the weight from the left leg to the right leg. Taking about 2 more breaths. And if it feels good, maybe you lift the right leg high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knees, stacking the hips. Inhale back to 3-point. Exhale to lower the right leg down, still on the forearms here. Inhale, left leg goes high, same thing on this side. Exhale, bending the knee. Inhale to 3-point. Exhale to lower. Dropping down on the knees. Lengthen the arms as you walk the hands towards the top of the mat, creating space and length under the armpits. Letting the knees still be slightly wide here. As you exhale, shift the hips back over the heels, and then lower the heart to the earth. Maybe you come onto the chin here. If the chin is too intense, maybe you come back to the forehead. But the idea is that the hips shift back, the underarms are lengthened, and the heart melts to the ground first before the face does. This posture creates a really nice, subtle bend, opposite to looking down at our phones or computer screens that we do a lot. Let's take 2 to 3 breaths, sending the breath to the place where the spine and the neck connect. Inhale to shift forward, back onto the forearms. Tuck the toes, lift the knees to hover one more time. 5 full breaths, warming up the core. Round in the shoulders, press the earth away. For more challenge, the gaze is to the top of the mat. For more ease, the gaze is to the toes at the back of the mat. For 3, 2, and on 1, straighten the knees and then lower the heels down to the mat. Again, pedaling the feet. Inhale, right leg goes high, 3-point. Exhale, bending the knee, stacking the hips. Same thing. Inhale to 3-point. Exhale to lower. Inhale, left leg goes high. Exhale, bending the knee, stacking the hips. Inhale to 3-point. Exhale to lower down. From here, inhale as you slowly rock forward, coming out into a plank, a forearm plank. If the palms of the hands are down, you're welcome to stay like that, or make a fist with one hand and wrap the other hand around it. Round in the shoulders, press the earth away with the forearms. Rather than keeping the bottom piked high, can you tuck the pelvis in, engage the core? Strong here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, slowly lower all the way down to the mat. Lay on your belly. Shoot your arms out into a T, palms face down. As you inhale, find a bend into the back right knee and squeeze that heel to the glute. Flex the foot, inhale to lift the leg, hovering the knee a couple inches above the mat. So keep the glutes engaged here for 5. Pressing into the earth with the right hip bone, the top of the left leg for 4. Backside body is squeezing together for 3, 2, and on 1, cross the right foot behind you, planting it on the left side of the mat. The gaze is to the right, so the left cheek is on the mat here, setting you up for scorpion twist. As you inhale, can you lift that right knee a little bit higher? Feel it open up the right side of the glute. 2 full breaths. Not only are we breathing into the deep rinse of the front of the left shoulder, but the gentle twist in the center of the spine, right behind the heart. Exhale to slowly, gently unwind. Inhale to lift the gaze, turning to the left side, laying the right cheek down. Find a bend into the back left knee, squeeze the heel to the glute. Inhale to lift the leg, keeping the foot flexed, engaging the glutes in the backside body, pressing into the earth with the hands and the top of the right leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, left foot crosses behind the body, landing on the right side of the mat. Foot plants down. Inhale to peel the left knee a little more open towards the ceiling. 3 full breaths. Following the breath, move up the spine as you breathe in. Back down again as you breathe out. One more deep breath in. Exhale to gently and slowly unwind. Pulling both hands directly underneath the shoulders. Inhale for an up dog. Breathing into the abdomen, the curve of the spine. Maybe you sway left and right here for mobility. And because this is a good song. And as you exhale, shifting back into a child's pose just for a moment. Pausing here to reconnect to the breath, reconnect to the mantra or the intention. Why are you here? Why did you show up for yourself? And in certain postures today, I may offer slight assists or adjustments. If you would not like to be touched today, just gently raise your hand so I can see. Thank you. One more full round of breath. If the forehead is on the mat, maybe you gently rock left and right to massage the third eye. Inhale pulls you back into an up dog. Tuck the toes, and as you exhale, pike the hips to push back into a downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pedal the feet here. As you exhale, drop the left knee down to the mat. Let it stay planted. The right leg stays kicked out behind you. Back heel spirals down as you inhale, right fingertips peel open to the ceiling. Assisted side star. Staying just like this, keeping that left knee down, or additional option to step the left foot back to meet the right for side plank. Your choice today, whatever your body needs. Wherever you are, take a breath in. And as you exhale, reach the right fingertips to the front of the room, lengthening the right side body. Maybe you circle the arm a few times, rotating the shoulder here one direction. And then if you do one direction, make sure to do the other. Exhale to lower the right hand down. Coming back into plank, exhale, piking the hips high into downward facing dog. Taking a moment, pedaling the feet here. Exhale as you drop the right knee down, keep the left leg extended. Right hand stays planted. Inhale, left fingertips peel open. Left heel spirals down to plant the foot. And either staying just like this or stepping the right foot back to meet the left for side plank. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, the left fingertips reach to the front of the room, opening the left side body, pressing the earth away with the right hand, circling the shoulder a couple times one direction, and then the other. Exhale as the left hand lowers down. Right foot steps back to the left into plank. Inhale, pike the hips high to the ceiling for downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pedal the feet. If you're ready for movement, inhale, right leg goes high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knees, stacking the hips. Inhale, back to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, around the back, squeeze everything in. Right foot steps through between the hands as you drop down on the knee and untuck the toe. Inhale to rise, low runner's lunge. So from here, make sure you can see that big toe over the knee. If you can't, you might need a little bit more space. Hands go high, and as you exhale, sink the hips forward towards the top of the mat, shifting the weight into that front right hip, bending that right knee, but focusing the breath on the front of the left hip, the psoas and the tendons that wrap around the hip bone. We're here for 2 more breaths. Your option to stay like this or challenging the balance by inhale, lifting the gaze to the fingertips or the ceiling. 2 breaths. As you exhale again, straighten the front right leg, flex the foot, and then fold over for split prep. If you have blocks and you would like to place blocks beside you, this is a great tool or space for props. Wherever you are, rather than dumping the weight into the left hip too much, keep the right hip pulled back so they're squared with one another. Keep the right foot flexed so the hamstrings stay engaged. We're here for 2 full breaths. Inhaling as you shift the hips forward again, bending back into that front knee. Inhale, hands go high, Anjaneyasana. Now as you exhale, lower the arms down into cactus, really pulling apart at the elbows. Inhale, lifting the gaze, opening the heart. We're here for 2 to 3 breaths, really focusing on directing the breath not only to the front of the heart space, but behind it as well, in between the shoulder blades, feeling as if someone was pulling your elbows in opposite directions. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, both hands lower down to frame the right foot. Untuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Inhale, right fingertips peel open for firefly twist. Exhale, right hand lowers down. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale to fold over, hinging at the hips in a ragdoll. Oh, take a breath. We're here for 4 to 5 breaths, so you have a few options. You're welcome to just hang, releasing the neck and the shoulders. You're welcome to grab opposite elbows, swaying left and right. You can interlace the hands together behind the neck if the neck is tight. Great option for bound hands. Wherever you are, gently shake the head yes and no. Open and close the jaw. Releasing the hands back down to the earth. Inhale as you slowly, so much slower than you think you need to, begin to rise up, stacking one vertebrae on top of each other at a time, tracking the breath moving through each vertebrae, through each chakra, acting like a magnet, pulling stale energy or tension as it moves up, past the shoulder blades, up the back of the neck, up the back of the head, over the crown of the head, the third eye, the tip of the nose. Audible exhale. All together, one more deep breath in. Audible exhale. Take a moment to shake it out. We've warmed up the body, started to move some energy around as that spinal column's a primary energy channel, the Sushumna Nadi channel. Shake it out, move it to release it. When you're ready for some more movement, we're gonna take another half sun A to keep building some heat before we continue with our flow. So inhale, both hands sweep around, palms come together to meet. Baby back bend here if that feels good. Exhale down to heart center. Inhale to sweep. Exhale to fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Let's take that half sun A one more time. Inhale, standing all the way up. Arms sweep around, palms meet. Baby back bend. Exhale to heart center. Inhale to sweep. Exhale to fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Hands plant at the top of the mat. Your options: step, walk, or hop your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale as the left leg goes high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knee, stacking the hips. Inhale to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back, squeeze it in. Left foot steps through between the hands. Drop down on the knee and untuck the toe. Inhale to rise, low runner's lunge. Same thing on this side. Exhale to shift the hips forward, sinking deeper into that front left knee. Really focusing on directing the breath to the front right hip, the tendons that wrap around it. Inhale to challenge the balance, lifting the gaze to the fingertips or ceiling. 2 full breaths. As you exhale, where can you lengthen? Where can you soften? One more inhale. Exhale has you straightening the front leg, flex the foot, and then fold over, split prep. Keep that left hip pulled back so the hips are squared. Left foot engaged and activated. One more full breath. Inhale to find a bend into the front knee. Coming forward, Anjaneyasana, hands go high. Exhale, cactusing the arms. Beautiful job. 2 full breaths. Focusing on breathing into the front of the heart, the back of the heart. One more full round of breath. Fill the elbows. Pull in opposite directions. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, hands lower down, framing the left foot. Untuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Inhale, left fingertips peel open, firefly twist. Exhale, left hand lowers down. Right foot steps up to meet the left, hands to shins, halfway lift. You guys know where we're going. Exhale to lower. Inhale to stand all the way up, arms sweep around, palms meet. Baby back bend. Exhale to heart center. Inhale to sweep. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale to lower. Hands plant top of the mat, step or hop your way back into downward dog. This time, inhale into a plank. Exhale to lower all the way down before you inhale to an up dog. From here, exhale either into your choice of child's pose or downward facing dog. At any point that I offer chaturanga, just know that child's pose is always available to you, as well as any other practice or posture you may need to modify this practice to make it feel like yours. We'll take 2 more breaths here, then we'll meet in downward facing dog. When you're ready, inhale, right leg goes high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knees, stacking the hips. Inhale, back to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back, squeeze it in. Right foot steps through between the hands, back heel spirals down as you inhale to rise, warrior 1. So first, make sure you can say hey to your big toe. Roll the shoulders behind you and down. Rather than poking the bottom out, tuck the pelvis in, zip that core in, feel that suction, and take a breath in, and as you exhale, can you sink a little deeper? We'll take a full round of breath, strong in the foundation of warrior 1 here. Another inhale. As you exhale, shoot your arms back into airplane arms, leading with the heart to lean over. Full round of breath, engaging the back of the arms, the backside body. Shoulder blades could kiss each other right now. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, opening to warrior 2. Front palm flips to the ceiling. Inhale for a peaceful warrior. Exhale pulls you to extended side angle. We're here for 2 to 3 breaths. Wherever you are, the heart is opening so the gaze is lifted. Maybe the right elbow's on the right knee. Maybe it's reaching to the front of the room. Maybe a bind is in your practice. Wherever you are, 2 more breaths. Beautiful job, guys. Releasing any bind you may be holding on to. Keeping a deep bend into that front knee. Inhale back into a peaceful warrior. Exhale to warrior 2 in the arms, straighten the front leg, hinge at the hips, right fingertips reach forward. Exhale, lowering right fingertips to the shin, to a block behind the outside of the right foot. Wherever you are, the hips are stacked, the shoulders are stacked, and the heart is open. So you're truly making a triangle shape with your body, just like the name of the posture. If you put your hand here, take a breath in. There you go. 1 more full round of breath. Exhale to lower the left fingertips down towards the mat. Step the back left foot halfway up the mat. Both toes face the front of the room. Hands to hips, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold over that front right leg for pyramid pose. Hands can stay at the hips. Hands can come down to the earth. Wherever you are, maybe you stay just like this, or if you need a little extra today, the left hand plants either on a block or on the earth. As you inhale, the right fingertips peel open to the ceiling. So keeping both legs straight, there's not a lot of space between the 2 feet, but we're focusing on the stretch of the right IT band here. 2 more breaths. Exhale, right fingertips lower down. Hands plant, left foot steps back, then the right, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to lower all the way down into chaturanga. Your version will meet in downward facing dog when you feel complete. Taking a moment to pedal the feet here, noticing the difference from the right leg to the left leg. And when you're ready, inhale, left leg goes high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knees, stacking the hips. Inhale, back to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back, squeeze it in. Left foot steps through between the hands. Back heel spirals down, inhale to rise, warrior 1. Same thing over here, checking in with the foundation. Hey, big toe. Roll the shoulders. Zip the core in, take a breath in. Exhale a little deeper. Beautiful job. Full round of breath here. Another inhale. Exhale shoots you back to airplane arms, engaging the back side of the arms, the shoulder blades. Inhale to go high. Exhale for warrior 2. Front palm flips to the ceiling. Inhale for peaceful. Exhale to extended side angle. We're here for 2 to 3 breaths. Maybe you find the same variation of this posture on this side as you did the other for balance and symmetry. Or maybe not. No 2 sides of the body are the same. 1 more full breath. Releasing any bind you may be holding, keeping a deep bend into that front knee. Inhale back into a peaceful reverse warrior. Exhale back to warrior 2 arms. Now straighten the front leg. Hinge at the hips, left fingertips reach forward and then lower down. Beautiful job. About 2 to 3 breaths here. I'm going to put this here for you, so if you plant your hand here, then your heart can open a little bit more. There you go. Exhale as right fingertips lower down towards the earth. Step the back right foot halfway up the mat, both toes face the front of the room. Peace fingers to hips, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold over the front left leg for pyramid pose. Breathing into the hamstring. Right hand plants to the earth or to a block. Inhale, left fingertips peel open to the ceiling to reverse this pyramid. 2 full breaths. Exhale, left fingertips lower down. Hands plant to the mat, right foot steps back and then the left. Inhale to a plank. Exhale to your version of chaturanga. We'll meet in downward dog. You're doing great. We're almost there. Just 1 more piece to add on. Taking a moment to pedal the feet again. When you're ready, inhale, right leg goes high for 3-point. Bending the knees, stacking the hips. Option to flip the dog if it's in your practice today. Inhale, back to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back, squeeze it in. Right foot steps through between the hands. Inhale for warrior one. Check in with the foundation. Exhale for airplane arms. Interlace the hands together behind the low back. Roll the shoulders behind you and down, then squeeze the shoulder blades together as if they could kiss. You want the palms of the hands to try to kiss each other as well here. Inhale to lift the hands a little higher. Exhale to fold over the front leg for humbled warrior, leading with the heart. 2 full breaths. Exhale to release both hands down to the earth, framing the right foot. The back heel spirals up so you're in a low runner's lunge. Left hand plants to the inside of the mat. Right fingertips peel open. Firefly twist. Exhale, right hand lowers down. Both hands come to the inside of the right foot. The back heel spirals down again as you sink the weight into the right hip, Skandasana to the front of the mat. Float, crawl, or walk your hands to the back, Skandasana to the back of the mat. As you Skandasana to one side, the other toes pop up to flex the hamstrings. Inhale, Skandasana to the front. Left toes pop up. Inhale, Skandasana to the back. Right toes pop up. Last one. Inhale, Skandasana to the front. Turn to frame the right foot with both hands. From here, heel toe the right foot out to the right side of the mat, bringing both hands to the inside, setting you up for lizard pose. So option to stay just like this, keeping this posture engaged and challenging. Option to drop the left knee down and untuck the toe. So here you're welcome to stay on the hands. If dropping down to the forearms feels good to you, also an option. Coming onto blocks, to blankets. Wherever you are, turn the right toes slightly more to the right side of the room. Shift the weight into the left hand or the left forearm to free up the right hand. Then plant it to the inside of the right knee and push the right knee away while the weight sinks into the left hip and you drop the left hip down towards the earth. We're here for about 3 to 4 full rounds of breath, focusing on lengthening the left psoas and also sending the breath to the right hip flexor. One more deep breath in. Inhaling as you pull the right knee back in. Right hand comes down. Heel toeing the right foot all the way over to the left side. Right knee drops down behind the right hand, setting you up for pigeon over here. Maybe you have to wiggle that back foot out a little further behind you. So we're taking this posture in 3 levels. So the idea is that the shin is parallel to the top of the mat. If it's not, that's okay, but that's the goal, to lean it that way. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. If you have a lot of space between your right hip and the earth, you can place a rolled blanket or a block underneath it, just to keep your hips a little bit more leveled so we're not leaning to one side too much. And as you inhale, send the hands high to the ceiling. Feel a string pull from the crown of your head to the ceiling. And as you exhale, begin to fold over. Let the hands plant on the earth and pause, the first place you start to feel a little resistance or tension. Wherever you feel that, take a full round of breath and direct the breath exactly to that place. Take another inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, maybe you lower down to the next level, the next place of tension or resistance, or level 2, I like to call it. Now we're going to take 2 rounds of breath, directing it to where we feel that tension, that tightness, that discomfort. And focusing on, in the mind's eye, massaging the tissue with the breath, or dissolving the tension with the breath. One more inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lowering all the way down to level 3, or the last level here. Maybe the forehead is on the hands, the earth, or a block. We're here for about 4 to 5 breaths. Inhaling as you slowly begin to rise back up. And from here, let the weight fall into the right hip while you lean the hands behind you so that you can then turn to frame the chest over the left leg. That right leg stays bent and tucked in. From here, you're just going to take a windmill of the arms to reach towards the left toes just for a minute. About a full round of breath for a left side, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale to slowly rise back up. And keeping that right knee bent still where it is, maybe you turn so the torso faces over that right knee. Find a bend into the left knee, plant the foot. Then maybe you pick the foot up to cross it over the right knee here. Inhale as hands go high, setting you up for a twist. Exhale to drop the hands down to the left side. The back of the right arm can be used as a torque against the left leg. To inhale to lengthen and exhale, push you deeper into this twist. Inhale to lengthen one more time. Exhale to twist a little more. Maybe you send the gaze over the left shoulder to find a stretch in the neck as well. 2 full breaths. Exhale to slowly, gently unwind. And from here, maybe you grab that left foot, pull it a little closer to the right hip so you can stack the knees over one another. If you have a lot of space between the knees, you're welcome to put a block or that blanket there, but just make sure your feet are out to your side, your hips aren't sitting on them too much. And as you inhale, send the hands high one more time, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale as you fold over, leading with the heart, laying the chest on the knees, or maybe you have a block between the chest and the knees. Wherever you are, you want to lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, let the upper body get a little heavier over the stacked legs. So the weight of your upper body is what pushes you deeper into this stretch. We're here for about 5 to 6 full breaths. About 2 more breaths here. Inhaling as you slowly begin to rise up, gently uncrossing the legs, planting both feet on the earth. Maybe you windshield wiper the knees to reset the hips, the low back. When you feel complete, turning the torso to the top of the mat, plant the hands. Can you send the legs high back into downward facing dog? Taking a moment to pedal the feet here. When you're ready for more, inhale, left leg goes high for 3-point. Exhale to bend the knee, stacking the hips. Option to flip the dog if it's in your practice. Inhale, back to 3-point. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back, squeeze it in. Left foot steps through. Back heel spirals down. Inhale for warrior 1. Exhale for airplane arms. Interlace the hands together, roll the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades. Squeeze the palms of the hands. Inhale to lift them away from the low back. Exhale to lead with the heart, humbling this warrior. 2 full breaths. Exhale to release the hands, lowering down to frame the left foot. Back heel spirals up. Inhale, left fingertips go high, firefly twist. Exhale, left hand lowers down. Both hands come to the inside of the left foot as the back heel spirals down. From here, walk the hands to the center of the mat while you turn both toes to face the mirror. Turn both toes slightly in, hands to the earth, halfway lift. Exhale to fold you deeper into this wide-legged forward fold. We're here just for a moment. Inhale as you turn to frame the left foot. Bring the left hand to the inside of the left foot again as you heel toe the left foot to the outside, the left side of the mat, setting you up for a lizard. Same thing on this side. Maybe you stay lifted, maybe you drop down on the knee. Wherever you are, we're lengthening the right side body. We're lengthening the right hip flexor, the right psoas. Turn the left toes slightly more left. Weight shifts into the right hand or right forearm. Left hand is free to push the knee away as the weight drops into the right hip as you lower it towards the earth. 3 to 4 full rounds of breath. Inhale to pull the right knee in, heel toe the foot all the way to the right side now, setting you up for pigeon over here. Left knee falls behind the left hand, wiggling that back foot out if you need to. And same thing over here, taking this in 3 sections. Inhale to lengthen, straightening the spine. Exhale to walk the hands forward, pausing at the first level. 1 full breath to that tension. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower down to the next level, level 2. Taking 2 full rounds of breath, sending it to that place of tension. Last time, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower all the way down to your version of level 3. So as the hips are where we store a lot of our emotions and a lot of our stress, notice what thoughts or feelings may be coming up for you. Notice them, but don't attach to them. Observe them and allow them to pass through you while you return to your breath as an anchor. Three more full rounds of breath. Inhaling as you slowly begin to rise up. Let the weight fall to the left hip behind you, windmilling the arms over to the right toes. Inhale to slowly rise back up, pulling a bend into that right knee with you. Turning the torso to straighten over the left knee, then picking the right foot up to cross it over that knee. Inhale, hands go high. Exhale, dropping down to the right side for an open arm twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist a little deeper, send the gaze over the right shoulder. 3 full breaths. Exhaling to gently unwind, Pulling that left foot closer to the right foot closer to the left hip to stack the knees. Using blocks, blanket, whatever props you need. Inhale, sending the hands high. Exhale, leading with the heart. Begin to fold over the knees. Getting heavy in the chest, heavy in the shoulders. Maybe you inhale to lengthen one more time. Exhale to get a little heavier. We're here for about 5 full rounds of breath. Inhale to slowly begin to rise up. Gently uncrossing the legs. Planting both feet to windshield wiper the knees. And then from here, sending the legs in front of you and slowly laying all the way down on your back. Take a breath. The hard part is over. From here, if there are any last postures you feel you may need to complete your practice, feel free to find those now. Whether it's happy baby, plow, supine. You have about 2 to 3 breaths. And whenever you feel complete, sending the legs long in front of you and arms high above you. Deep breath in and long body stretch. And as you exhale, relaxing your arms down by your side, settling you into final rest to Shavasana. Utilizing any props you feel you may need, blankets, bolsters, blocks. Getting out any last minute wiggles or fidgets. Making sure one side of the body isn't touching something the other side isn't. And all together we'll start with taking a deep breath in. Audible exhale, let it go. And gently begin to come back to the body by wiggling the fingertips and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles, taking one more long body stretch if it feels good before gently gathering to the left or right side in a fetal position for our final posture of the day. So this posture signifies the death of our practice and the rebirth of ourselves, going back into the world rebalanced, re-energized, open. And when you're ready, gently gathering up to an easy seat at the top of our mats, we'll take a final round of breath to close our practice together today. Keeping the eyes softly closed, bringing the hands to heart center. All together, taking a deep breath in. Bring our thumbs to our lips to seal in kind words, and our thumbs to our third eye to seal in kind thoughts and intentions. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Sat Nam.